Michael. Today we're going to talk about error messages that can occur in apps. So what causes error messages to come up in an app?
The types of errors you could run into in an app are endless. Some of the most common errors that we see are problems where when you click a button, what you were expecting to happen doesn't happen. And that might be anything from you get a weird pop-up or nothing happens at all when you click a button. I think a different question might be, if I can ask a question for you, is what are the common errors you might see in an app? And one of the most common things the end user experiences is problems logging into an app where it says bad username, bad password. Mainly because that's the first thing a lot of people see in an app. Another type of error people see is a pop-up with some random, difficult to describe error message.
Okay, that's a good start. So if these error messages or problems occur with an app, what type of info does a developer need to determine what's going wrong?
If we have all of the information needed so that we can cause the error ourselves on our side, and we call it duplicating it, if we can duplicate the error on our side, we're going to be able to figure it out and fix it more easily. If we're talking about a website, we'd like to know the website URL, and we'd like to know the steps that led up to the problem, and then we'd like to know both what you were expecting to happen and what actually did happen. That's a lot of information. A lot of times the message we hear is, there was an error when I was trying to log in, or I saw an error on the site. And it can be really hard to debug something because the information is too general.
So what is a good way to get that information to you?
Well, there's several ways. A lot of times you might end up with a web form that you fill out and send in for a help desk ticket that collects each of those pieces of information. A very common one is to just send an email. Send us an email with each of those pieces of information listed. The more ideal way is to create a video that shows all of that information. Video may not always be necessary, maybe overkill in some cases, but when it's a complex one or when it isn't easy to communicate all of that information, a video is ideal.
So what benefits does recording your screen have for a developer?
Well, a developer can actually see exactly what's happening. A lot of times the user may not even recognize themselves what all of the steps are that led up to the error, or they may have difficulty communicating exactly what the problem was and what the error message was. Sometimes when an error message flashes on your screen so quickly that they aren't able to recognize it or capture it or describe it, you can get that in a video.
Would you like to show our audience how to do a screen recording on our iPhone?
I'm glad you asked. Yes, I would. Show you the way that I would capture and record a bug on a phone in a way that's going to help the developer understand the issue so that we can see the issue. And as we're doing it, I'll provide a couple of tips and things that I've done along the way.
All right.
So I'm going to show you the setup that I have over here. I've got a document camera that I'm using to actually capture the phone so you can see my finger as I'm moving it around so you can see it. I'll also show you how to record the screen later. You can see over here that the recording, and this recording is just going to be what gets put into the video. And by recording this video, you're going to see how the video captures the problem in a way that we'd never be able to capture if we just took a quick screenshot or sent a quick email. So anyway, we've got this website here. It's matrix.com/test. And you can zoom in here, perhaps to see it, or we'll put this in it. But this website just has a bunch of test buttons. And sometimes what will happen is someone will say, I got an error on this site. So the error, I'm going to cause the error. It just so happens that when I push this button here, it's going to cause the error. Error. Oh no. Well, the person may just send an email saying, I got an error on the Matrix site. And that's all I get in the email. Well, I won't know much more about it. However, if we record this, and there's the error. That's the problem. Here's how we do it. We swipe from the top right, and we select this little button right here. This is the screen record button. And here we see the countdown. It's counting down. And now it's recording the screen. You can see the little red dot up there that shows that it's recording. And I'm going to go through the process of generating this error the way the user did. Okay, first we click this button. It says success. That was a problem. You notice that one disappeared. I'm going to click the test me button. It says, oh, success again. And say OK. I'm going to click this button again. And then we're going to click this button. And then the error comes up. Well, right now you can hear my voice as I'm talking about it. And you saw all the steps I went through, and up here at the top you can see what the URL is. And now we have all of the information captured. We can swipe down from the top right, and we can stop recording. And now the video is all done. I'm going to open up that video myself. I'm going to click to share that video, and I'm going to send it via email to the developer, and they are now going to know exactly how I got that error. Yeah, I want to show you a couple other things here.
Okay.
You may or may not notice that some parts of this video are blurred, and I'm going to show you just a couple of tweaks that you can maybe do to help with that. You can see on your iPhone anyway that you can adjust the brightness of your phone. This is really going to only be something that may make a difference if you use one of these document cameras in order to take a video of it. Another thing is you can update your settings. And so under Appearance, we can change it to dark mode. And you'll see in here that what shows up on the camera might be a little bit different for some parts of it, but not other parts. It would be a good idea for you to experiment and work to get an image that works best. Now that we've done that recording, I want to actually just play it back for you, just so you can see what it shows without my voice. Here it is. And here it's playing. It shows all of the steps, but you don't see the finger presses. You don't see exactly what's being clicked on. And so that screen recording is very useful for the developer. However, we still haven't captured exactly what is being done and what is being clicked on. And so sending that screen record is great. However, if you come up with a document camera or any kind of camera that can record and watch you as you're doing it, that is even more useful. There's another way to record. It's a little bit more complex to start it, but we're going to go ahead and show you what that is because it really is useful. So we're going to start over. We're going to go back to our error page, our page that has errors, and we're not recording right now, but we're going to start recording. So we're going to go here. We're going to start recording, and it counts down Now it's recording. We're going to hold that icon down, and you'll recognize it shows you what can be recorded. It gives you a nice little notice that says that notifications that pop up but are in there. But it also says microphone off. We're going to go ahead and turn that on. So now that the microphone is on, it can hear, it's recording my voice. So I'm going to go ahead and tap in the empty space, and I'm going to start going through the error. And I'm going to describe, okay, first, when I get this error, I go to matrix.com/test. And the first thing I do is I click the test button. It says success. I click OK. And then this other button comes up. It says button test. I click that, and that's when the error happens. I click OK. Developer, would you please fix this error for me? It's a big problem. And with that, I just stop the recording. There it is. Recording's done. It's been saved to my photos. I'm going to open it up. And we're going to look at my library. And we're going to look at the most recent video. Turn that on. There you go. Now that the microphone is on, it can hear, it's recording my voice. So I'm going to go ahead and tap in the empty space, and I'm going to start going through the error. So there you have it. We don't need to listen to that whole thing since we just experienced it, but that video right there is the one that if I receive that as a developer, if your developer receives that, they're going to say, wow, I really understand that error. I am more likely to be able to fix it or to understand it so I can duplicate it and then fix it. And if I have any questions, I know where to get more information. I think that's it.
Well, thank you so much for sharing all that with us. That's really cool. I didn't know that an iPhone could do that.
Yeah, and hopefully we'll have information just like that on the Android soon.
All right. Sounds good. Thank you.